Royal Rumble is less than a few hours away. Yes. It's been a lot of hype up for it, man. I'm expecting big things from this Rumble. I don't know if you guys saw last night on SmackDown, but there are, in fact, unknown spots for the Royal Rumble. Those have to be returns. I mean, some years it's just a bunch of returns, and some years it's not as many. But there are unknown spots, guys. I saw it last night when they advertised the Royal Rumble. So with that being the case, those have to be returns. Some of them will probably be people from NXT or something. Or maybe like one-time appearances. But some of these I'm sure are going to be returns. Man, I'm telling you. Some returns I'm expecting. I'm going to go ahead and list a few. 1. Kevin Owens. 2. Seth Rollins. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. But that's all I can think of at the moment. That would really make sense. Now I can think of some dream returns, but will those actually happen or not? I don't know. Dream returns would be Christian, Edge, and then for the Women's Royal Rumble, Sasha Banks. Those would be 3 dream returns. And like I said, I do expect both Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens to show up at the Royal Rumble. Those I'm actually expecting to happen. With all the vision being in the Rumble, if you guys watched my last video, um, it's gonna be crazy. It only makes sense because Seth Rollins gets to finally meet face to face with all the vision in the Rumble, and we'll see how that goes. Seth Rollins is possibly gonna go face now. I don't know, but possibly. Side note: Roman Reigns is also in the Rumble, so there's gonna be some Shield history in there. Of course, like I said, the Vision. And if Dean Ambrose came back in there, that would be crazy. If he showed up, that would just be totally, totally too much. But of course, entertaining. We'd all love it. But that would be crazy. If the Hardy Boys came back, that would be crazy. I mean, we can dream all day long about what would be crazy. But again, my 2 most realistic predictions are Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Those are the 2 I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe Bobby Lashley. I don't know. It just comes to mind for some reason. I don't know. Maybe Bobby Lashley. And I think anyone would say it would really shake up the Rumble if Stone Cold showed up. Like, that would be crazy. But I mean, I highly doubt that because I want to say he said one time on some kind of interview that he doesn't want any parts of the Royal Rumble anymore. I want to say he said that. I'm not saying he did, but I want to say I maybe heard that before on something. And like I said, for the Women's Royal Rumble, I got one dream return in mind, and that would be Sasha Banks. As far as winners for the Royal Rumble go, um, for the Women's Royal Rumble, I'd love it if AJ Lee were to win the thing. That would be great. Or, like I said, if Sasha Banks returned and she got it. Other than those 2, I think Becky Lynch would be cool. Charlotte Flair already got it last year. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if Jay needs to win the Rumble this year. I don't think so. I don't know if Cody needs to win it again. I don't necessarily think so. Randy Orton, I don't really think so. It was a big brawl at the end of last night that involved Randy Orton, um, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, all of the Vision members, Drew McIntyre. Like, it was just Jacob Fatu. Like, everybody was just brawling their current enemies, and it was crazy. It was a big hype up, for the Royal Rumble. People were throwing people over the top as if it's the Royal Rumble, but at the end, Sammy and Cody were the last 2 standing tall until Braun Breaker hit a spear, which was kind of disappointing. And again, I said it in my last video, Braun Breaker, that would not be good. If Braun Breaker would have won the Royal Rumble, I wouldn't like that pick at all. But yeah, this it's definitely a lot of possibilities, man. But out of everything, I'd love a return that we are not thinking of to be the one to win the Royal Rumble. You know, someone that pretty much everybody's a fan of. Other than that, Sami Zayn going up against Drew McIntyre. Is he going to pull it off? I'm thinking about it, man, and it might be finally Sammy's time. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this time, Sammy's going to finally pull it off and win that title. Sammy's going to win. That's my prediction. And for AJ Styles versus Gunther, everybody's scared about AJ Styles' career, and I was at first too, but I rethought it through. And no, AJ Styles is going to win. AJ Styles is going to beat Gunther and stay in WWE, at least for a while. But those are my predictions. That's it, and some of my dream thoughts. That's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.